Hello, everyone. We'd like to just take a moment to thank our sponsor and sound advisor, Joe. Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Joe. We love you.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.
Also, fuck you, Ramiro.
We don't like you as much, Ramiro. But we still kind of are okay.
Huh?
Okay, enjoy the episode.
Bye! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 2, the ChungaBunga podcast. My name is Michael. As ever, I'm joined by these jerks. Ish, say hello, Ish.
Hey, guys.
And Freddy, say hello, Freddy.
Would you like to know more?
No. So, you came back, and that's cool, because we like that you did, but I can't help but wonder why.
I don't know why.
But, we're gonna talk about some more stuff, and we would like to know what you think about this stuff too.
Yes, definitely. And where can they send that information?
You can send that to Hold Deets. That's HOLDDEITZ @gmail.com.
Yeah. Well, if it doesn't seem like we got it, trust us, we got it.
Yeah, totally. Maybe.
We're inundated with emails, so it takes a while to get back to you.
We're just flooded.
Oh yeah, just all these fans, man.
All that spam.
Oof.
Especially that spam. Spam is good, especially with some scrambled eggs.
Oof. What are we doing
Anyway.
on the podcast today?
Saucy.
Oh, I'll show you, saucy.
Don't
So-
threaten me with a good time.
But there's no better way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a few fun things to talk about. I've got a few less fun things to talk about. But you know, we're fun people. We'll make it a good time all the way around.
I don't think we're fun people if we have to say that we're fun people.
You know what?
That just kind of discredits everything we've just been doing. Way to go.
You know what? I gotta set the standard, and I gotta be honest.
That's a low ass standard.
Yeah, the expectations should be at the lowest ever, for sure.
Speaking of having low expectations, we do have something special for you. Freddy has put together a special article that he wants to go through some tidbits about a game that comes out in a few months.
Got some juicy details, some juicy knowledge, but we'll talk about that later. For now,
We gonna get to it.
yeah.
But first, we want you guys to feel like, you know, you can relate with us a little more than maybe you do already. Certainly more than you do if you don't. So let's talk about our weeks.
Okay.
How's that Ronro hitting you?
Yeah.
Roro ain't doing shit to me.
It's doing a lot to me, but more on that later.
I mean, It sounds like that means you want to go first.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Okay, so the week so far, it's been good. Well, mostly been playing video games. What games, you might ask? Like 2 games, pretty much. I've been playing Slay the Spire. It's a deck building game. If you're not familiar with deck building, it's you start with a few cards and then you build as you progress. I think it's the best game for this type of thing, for deck building, that I've played ever. It's got a fun story, it's got good characters, good abilities, the enemies are tough. Like, this game is, balls to the walls hard.
Yeah.
And it's what I like about it the most. Like, I could sit there and play it for like a few hours and really just like feel like I did something, even though I went back and died and had to start from the beginning again. So it's like it's like a roguelike. But it feels like you're having a good time every time, and I like it a lot.
And by deck building, do you mean it's nothing like Hearthstone or Yu-Gi-Oh, where it's a traditional trading card game?
No, not at all. In this game, like I said, you start off with a small deck of cards, and then as you progress, if you beat enemies, you can build your deck with the cards that you get from them. Or if you go to like a shop, or if you have like a special event, everything is based around building this better deck and like the properties surrounding that deck. And other than that, I've been getting back into Final Fantasy 14, which thank God Thank God, because I've had that subscription up for like 3 months and I hadn't played it for 3 months. So that's money down the drain.
Yeah.
Been getting into that. Have a new free company, and really kind of just enjoying the game at my own pace. So I'll have more on that on the next week when I'm actually.
Yeah, I noticed you left.
I'm done doing stuff.
Oh, super cool, man. Oh, that's so good to hear. Freddie, what you got?
Man, recently all I've just been doing is digging around in Monster Hunter, helping out one of our friends that we know. I won't name drop yet, but I've been helping him.
Oh, you mean yeah, that guy.
You mean Mr. J?
Don't call him Mr. J. Just call him.
Just call him Ray J.
No, don't call him Ray J. If you call him Ray J, he'll try to sell us fucking headphones.
Then I'm gonna call him Soldier Boy so he can sell us fucking broken ass
video game consoles.
Oh man, but no, I've been helping him out get through the story content for Monster Hunter World Iceborne. He's catching up all of that, getting to the end game, that good stuff. He's got a long way to go. But we've also been teaming up with his cousin, Derek.
Oh
yes!
I wanted to have
Derek. He will
on
never be on.
Oh,
Derek will never be on the podcast. That's fucking awesome.
His name has just been said 3 times.
Shit.
But if we say it again, would that counteract it?
I would say no.
Wait up. I got a question about the Iceborne and the Monster Hunter. So I was playing it for a while, like maybe a month ago. Mm-hmm. Do they still have that bullshit where it's like you can't join somebody's campaign quest from the start if you haven't done it? So if you're like playing co-op together and start it together, you can't like join each other's campaign quests unless you do like that SOS option? No,
there's such a tricky thing. When you can't join in the beginning, it's because they need to do something what I call, quote, discover or cite the monster.
Yeah, they have to hit that cutscene, basically.
Yeah. Anytime before, at the moment when they pick up the quest or they post it, it's going to be considered under the cutscene mode up until they cite the monster.
Okay.
After that point, they don't have to use the SOS signal. If you're in the same lobby, you can just join up on them.
Yeah, I had an issue with that. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, I have an opinion I told him about it as well. I still hate that mechanic, but it's still there. At least let me load up the information before being able to join in.
Yeah.
But no.
I have an opinion about that, but we might just come back to that later.
Yeah, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what else have you been up to? Just that? Anything else?
Just pretty much that. I was raiding the other night with my free company in Final Fantasy 14, trying to help somebody get through the return release raids, which they haven't done them yet, just so that they can start the level 80 relic quests for their weapon.
Them some fucking good ass raids.
Yeah.
That Thunder God Sid fight is so good.
Spicy.
Fucking woof.
Guys, I'm not there yet. Come on.
Oh, fuck you. He's in tactics. Well, I guess that means it's my turn.
But is it?
No.
It's never your turn.
So, on with the show. I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 a bit as well.
Yeah, you have.
Get in a couple hours here and there every night during the week.
Hitting rocks?
Hitting them rocks.
Hitting rocks has never been so fun.
Dude. When I was a kid, my grandparents had a house in Corona, and it was in the... Huh?
Virus.
No. They had a house in Corona, and they were building a fountain and a pond in their backyard.
Mm.
Yeah.
I was like 12 years old, a fine age to help out with manual labor. You know,
and occasionally rub one out.
I'm pretty sure there's laws against that, but sure.
Well, I mean, helping my family in the backyard, it's not really an illegal thing. I was mostly just shoveling dirt one of my relatives was like, "I'll give you $1 for every wheelbarrow full of dirt you can get out of the ground to like fill up, like to make the pond pit."
There's
And I
some
was like,
motivation.
"Ooh, deal."
So all you had to do was do that 60 times and you could buy Halo 2.
Well, I mean, I'm a couple years older than you, so what I got instead was Metal Gear Solid VR missions, which
Sick.
that game is so good.
Yeah.
If they ever make a collection of Metal Gear games, if it doesn't include that one, I riot.
Wait, excuse me.
Well,
I just had a moment to process that. You said Ish is a couple of years younger than you?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the youngest.
Oh, Jesus. Damn.
I know, right? I'm so professional and adult.
That makes... So I'm the oldest.
Yeah. Get wrecked. You fucking
There.
dinosaur.
You old motherfucker. You boomer ass fuck.
Fucking.
The only thing booming is these butt cheeks.
Yeah.
Brian May.
That's some bueno excelente stuff right there. Yeah, well, I mean, if Sony ever ends up buying those IPs, we might just see that.
I would be super down. Sony, do that, please.
Please,
for the love
Sony.
of God. But yeah, so that's what I ended up getting. But would you like to know how much money I earned by filling wheelbarrows with dirt that I was digging out of the ground?
Yeah, I want to be really impressed, though.
$27.50.
Ish, continue.
Yeah, I want to be more impressed than I am disappointed. So please be a high number.
I got $1.
You fucking lazy motherfucker.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
I mean, I'm like 12 years old. I'm not very strong. I have never been particularly strong. And they're like, yeah, dig a hole. Like a big hole. So it didn't happen. But good times, I spent the rest of the time I was visiting.
Wait, did you say that you bought Metal Gear VR missions with that money that you...
I had other money.
Okay, I was about to say, where the fuck did you buy that for $1?
He was just $1 short. That's all he needed. Just that one extra dollar. You could have asked parents or something, done something different. But no, he decided to work hard.
I'm glad that worked
and
out
long.
for you. Just so that he can play VR missions and work.
Just so he can play VR missions, yeah.
Hey, you know what? Say what you will. I don't care. You can fucking laugh. That's fine. I spent the rest of that week doing the fucking whodunit mystery murders or murder mysteries, and I had a fucking blast.
Dude playing Clue, thinking it's Monopoly.
Look at Kirk. Look at Kirk flexing his like loving family activities on us. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you guys aren't white middle class enough. I'm sorry.
No. Oh no.
No, not at all. He's gonna start playing that card.
You couldn't understand the struggle of hard work.
I was
followed by just
Struggle.
girl time, hanging out, and enjoying each other's company.
I was too busy playing GoldenEye and eating makeshift fucking Lunchables. Like not even Lunchables, like the armor meal Lunchables. So there's that.
I was too busy making my own Lunchables. Getting a Ford.
It was cheaper.
Turkey franks or something.
It was cheaper to get the armor meals, which is really weird.
Nah, we didn't do that.
Yeah, you guys fucked up.
Get some tortillas and
you guys spent that extra 12 cents.
Yeah.
Sorry, rich man.
I'm sorry, you were calling? I was busy thinking about my younger days.
What a blessing.
Baby Kirk and his ascot sticking his nose up in the air.
Yeah, that's what it was. In the air. All right, guys. What else we got to talk about? I'm going down memory lane and feeling bad.
I feel great. So for anyone still listening, wow, you really did it. Super happy for you. We got a few topics that we want to go through. There's a couple quick things I want to do before we get into a little special thing that Freddy whipped up for you. And also for us, but mostly for you.
Yep.
You're welcome. So, PlayStation 4 has reached a lifetime sales of 110 million units sold.
A million with the pinky on the mouth.
Yeah.
And they are seeing digital sales increasing, which is, in my opinion, excellent.
I mean, speaking about digital sales, they got like a sale on their digital items right now. They got a couple. So as of this recording, which is May 17th, there are a couple of sales going on. So if you have a PlayStation and you're looking for some good games, I think it's about time that you tune into that PlayStation store. See what's going on.
My research, as I'm going to choose to call it, even though it's not even close to that.
No, you looked at one thing.
Yeah.
Not my kind of research.
I mean, it's not a dick measuring contest, guys.
You sure?
Uh-huh.
You sure? Ascot in the air. Nose in the air, huh?
Uh-huh.
I mean, Ascot go around your neck, but, whatever.
Whatever.
They seem to be alternating the sales every week. So, like, the sales will go for a week and a half, 2 weeks. And so, after the first week wraps up on a sale, a new sale starts.
Yeah,
So they're constantly rotating shit on sale.
I mean, this is the best time. This is the best time to be doing that, especially.
They know that there are a lot of people who can't work.
Yeah.
They know there are a lot of people who have a lot of time and a little extra scratch. If you got lucky with that unemployment, getting that extra money from the federal government, making you a little.
And that's in the U.S., by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's making you a little more liquid than normal, then they know you out there, and they know you like your video games.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So they got some good shit out there. I know they got that Star Wars Souls game for like $45 typically.
The Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, typically they got the like $80 version for like $45.
Whoa, settle down, guys. We'll talk about that later.
Talk about you later.
Please do.
We will. We
Please
will
do.
try.
But what we will be talking about right now is y'all see that PS5 tech demo using Unreal 5?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. I mean, on the technical standpoint, I was like, what? That doesn't make any sense. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
But it looks pretty. Whatever it actually is, whether it's like an actual rendering that they did with the PS5 hardware, or if it's just something somebody pulled up on the, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Well, it's just to like show you what the engine could do, and like how effectively it does things that are like expected.
Yeah, I think one of the weird comments, or one of the weird things people were saying, is like that this could be like a better usage of the SSD and the RAM than a PC. But it seems like it was like a fucking PC that they used to render this whole thing anyways. So I'm like, what are you talking about, guy?
Yeah. And the one beautiful thing that I was listening to another podcast called Play, Watch, Listen on YouTube.
Yeah.
A game director by the name of Mike Bithell was discussing a little bit about that and dancing around some NDAs as he was discussing about the nature of Unreal Engine 5.
Okay.
And was talking about is how you can import models directly from ZBrush, just these high-as rendered 3D models of any object, directly imported into the engine itself to be rendered in-game or using the hardware, but also downscaling it to the necessary properties. So he was saying that it would eliminate weeks of work for the artists, since they would have to make first that high-res model and then break it down into multiple low polygon models that the game can utilize in different aspects to make it look as best as possible.
See, what that sounds like somebody from like really up high on the totem pole was like, we're getting a lot of complaints about crunch culture. We should probably say something that makes it seem like they're getting more efficient technologies so that they don't have to work as hard and for as long.
Does it sound bad?
No, it doesn't. I'm just like,
yeah,
you fuckers.
Yeah. That Fortnite money, though.
Yeah. Oh, God, Fortnite. That's also going to be using Unreal 5, right?
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
2021.
That's going to be the prettiest looking cartoon trees I've ever seen.
My God, I can't wait to not play it some more.
It's going to be great. It's gonna be great.
Speaking of things I don't play, here's a cool heads up. Grand Theft Auto 5 is apparently free on the Epic Store.
Yes. Grand Theft Auto. So get it while it's crashing the servers, please. Get it.
Yeah.
Oh, it fixed them already.
You say that, but Yeah. And for those who don't have PlayStation or on the consoles, head over to the Humble Bundle. They always have sales on things that you might like, things that you might not like, and things that you don't even know about.
You like them anyway.
Yeah, you'll like them. They like them. Everybody likes them. Just to hold you off until that Steam Summer Sale, which is going to be coming in a couple months.
Gabe, herefore with known as X,
Yeah.
is about to provide. In other words,
For
X
you.
gonna give it to you.
He's going to provide for you.
But yeah, so lots of cool stuff going on there. You know, Unreal, doing some literally unreal graphical bullshit.
That's the name of it.
Yeah, I recently saw the Unreal 4 tech demo.
Yeah.
And
back when that first released.
Whew, it looks bad.
Yeah, it looks like shit.
It does not age well.
Like it looks good for like the time. Like it looks really good for the time. But like it's super particle heavy and like, ooh, look at all the particle work we can do.
I believe.
It's like, yeah, that's cool. But then you look at like games running Unreal 4 now and like all the cool shit since then, and it's like, oh.
And there's something to be said about that because Unreal was competing with Unity, and I think Unity beat it out this generation because it was a much easier engine
to use,
not only license but to use.
Yeah, a lot of indie darlings used Unity for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's a lot of cool stuff. And then Grand Theft Auto 5, you know, that's a baller move on Epic's part. Do you know it's not a baller move?
Major play.
Give it to us.
Well, it starts out as a baller move, and then it turns into completely not a baller move. Activision Blizzard has stated they're going to hire 2,000 employees.
The ones they laid off, quote unquote, early last year.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And
so, continue. I apologize.
I was gonna say, for those who are wondering, what does that mean? It means probably nothing. You'll probably see more announcements about updates for Modern Warfare. And that's probably it. I don't think anything else is really going to come out of this other than just that.
Yeah, I mean, they let go almost 2,000 people, I think it was, early last year.
Yeah.
And I remember being, like, super pissed off about that because, like, just completely out of nowhere, just like, we don't need your services. And now, you know, not even 2 years later, they're like, oh, now we need more
people. Those people were actually, like, from foreign offices, international offices, marketing teams and such.
But still, the way that they did it really rubs me the wrong way because it was just an announcement like, bye, fuck you.
Pretty much.
Get
your shit and get out.
Yeah, and that I take
the anthem way.
That's something that I take offense with, that they would just be like, fuck you, fuck your time here, you don't matter, get out.
Yeah. Like how Sony did you on your refund.
Oh, man.
Or like what's going on with my job right now.
That too.
Or like not what's going on with my job.
Yeah.
Shout out to my job.
Shout out to fucking white middle class.
I mean, how dare you? But you know what? The mood is starting to sour in here. I think we need some ska and skateboards.
Oh my god, okay. So, if you grew up late 80s, early 90s, the dopest shit that ever happened was skateboarding. And you know what? To that effect, maybe even today. Because Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 will be remastered and fucking released pretty soon. And that soundtrack that you guys...
4th.
September 4th, that's still pretty soon. It's gonna feel pretty soon after, because of this whole shit that's going on.
Oh, yeah.
And the soundtrack is pretty much mostly there. All the good hits. And you can fight me on that.
I will fucking fist fight you.
That's totally fine. I have nothing to do after this.
I just need time to drive up there and I will fist fight you.
And I'll meet you at the In-N-Out that's like right in the middle of both of us.
Word. We'll fight in the parking lot and we'll get milkshakes after.
Yeah. Winner buys milkshakes. Winner. I'm only saying that because I know I'll lose.
He's just saying that because he misses Anthrax's work with Public Enemy for Bring the Noise.
Yeah, but
that's a jam, dude.
It is a jam, but this
No, it's not a jam. It's the jam.
It's not the jam. I would much rather
I wouldn't go that far.
I would much rather be listening to like Goldfinger or Lagwagon or Dub Pistols while I'm doing the skateboarding. You know, that's for me. I'd rather be chilling out, doing some kick flips and busting some combos.
Yeah.
You know what? That's some bullshit, man. I gotta tell you, because here I am doing everything I can, and you're just completely undermining me, and it's kind of some shit.
Fuck off.
All right.
Middle class white society nutshell.
But yeah, what I'm hoping that this means with the release of Part 1 and 2 is that 3 might be released as well. I don't think Underground will ever be released.
Give it to me.
But if 3 comes out because of this, that's going to be like one of the biggest wins for this year or any year it comes out.
Maybe, but I would say no. You're talking about potentially DLC, and seeing as how the remastered version is including mechanics or designs included that were made in 3 and 4.
Okay.
They're bringing those in, so I'm thinking they might bring in some of the stages, some of the maps.
Oh, so they'll just do what Modern Warfare did.
Essentially.
Oh, yeah, that's totally fine, too.
But they might charge us for it, but I mean...
Oh, yeah, they are.
As long as it's not $40 like fucking Mortal Kombat,
Ooh,
then I'll be fine.
Oh, my God.
that one still hurts.
I want to play as Fujin, but I don't want to pay the money.
I mean, more on that later.
Yeah. But that'd be fun. I really want to play that airport level from Part 3. So, I'd be down with that.
You know what I want? I want them to put Modern Warfare levels in Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Yeah. They're basically
the
Pro Skater
airport.
levels.
Like the airport level in
flipping on
Part
Rust.
2.
Yeah, and it plays out the same way while you're skating.
Like, I remember I don't think it was like an oil rig level in Tony Hawk, but it was definitely like just a big fucking half pipe out in the middle of the ocean.
Okay.
I remember that level from like 1 or 2. And like I'm imagining something like that for Rust, where like they just drop you from a helicopter and you have to just like do the sickest fucking grinds possible.
Oh yeah, that'd be
on your way all the way down the structure.
That'd be great. So what I also wanted to mention with that though, with the Tony Hawk, is there was licensed extra characters, unlockable characters, and I think only one of them will be able to be playable.
I hope it's Ollie the Magic Bum.
That's their own thing, so I'm sure those will be fine. I'm talking about like Spider-Man.
Oh.
I think Spider-Man will probably be playable in this. We'll see. I hope so. That'd be really cool.
I mean, if they got Spider-Man, I think they could figure out some wiggle room for Wolverine again.
Maybe. We'll just wait and see. I'm excited for the game as is, but if more stuff comes out, then it's just icing on the cake.
Word. That's just... If you're a millennial, and then you probably like skateboarding.
And you probably ruined the world, like everybody tells us that we did.
Yeah. And if you didn't like skateboarding, you probably liked Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. But like...
Maybe.
But like not the fucking BMX games or the surfing games or BMX XXX.
No,
like none of that garbage.
That's not fair. Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX, the first one, was really fun. And it also had Bombs Over Baghdad by Outkast, so...
Oh yeah, I forgot about those.
Suck it.
Shuck it, nerds!
Yeah, that'll get you. Really fucking stuck it to you.
So, that's a whole ass thing. More details forthcoming.
Yep.
You know what? It's time for us to talk something else. Freddy, would you like to take it away?
Let's see. I'm pulling the information up right now, so I'm trying to send you a message.
Professionalism.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta love that, right?
We should have made this a live podcast.
Dude, we couldn't. We need an audience first.
Shut the fuck up.
Make me.
I can't.
In the parking lot at In-N-Out.
I can't. That's why you're buying milkshakes.
I've been watching Hot Ones, the game show, and the ultimate prize, if you get to the end, if you If you answer the final, it's not really questions, it's more of like a puzzle. If you can finish the game and win, you get milkshakes, you and your partner,
That's really awesome.
and $25,000.
That's not as good as the milkshake, but
No, because it's like a huge, like,
I bet it's a
2 quart fucking mug of milkshake.
I bet it's a really good milkshake after
And every time I see it, I'm just like, oh,
like you can keep
I'm not even eating anything spicy. I just want it.
keep your money. I'll take the milkshake.
I'll just take the milkshake and perhaps the recipe.
Well, Freddy's getting ready. I'm gonna talk about a little something that I wanted to talk about. That's really, really, really special to me. It is some Nintendo shit, because I love Nintendo. Who doesn't love Nintendo? I'll tell you who. Fucking nobody.
I'm a little about Nintendo, but yeah, go on.
So, with a bunch of games for Nintendo coming out, a lot of hits, especially like Pokemon, Animal Crossing. Everybody loves like Animal Crossing. There's new stuff going on every week. The event this week is the Museum Day. There's not a lot about it. It's just enjoying the museum that you've created so far, and like going into other people's museums and checking it out. But it's still pretty nice. And then I think whatever next event's going to be is a little more like universally loved, because it'll be like an online thing.
Right.
But what I wanted to talk about was Paper Mario. It's gonna come. There's gonna be a new game for Paper Mario. It's called the Origami King. And if you don't know about the Paper Mario series, maybe you know about the Mario RPG for Super Nintendo.
Everybody knows that game.
It's fucking great.
It's really cool.
But what Paper Mario did was made that style of gameplay a little more interactive. So anything from like the battle system to the overworld system, it's like you can control that. You can control if you get hit, less hard from an enemy if you input something at the right time, or you do more damage if you input something at the right time. And it had a lot of really cool like buddies and friends that would help you like do battle.
And they had really cool effects outside of battle to change how you interact with the environment.
And they were all like, they were new characters, but they were all based on what we already know about Mario. Like there's Koopas, there's Boos, there's Goombas, there's all this other, stuff that Mario has. But so this new game is coming out. It's coming out July 17th. They've put out a trailer for it, and there's not a lot about what we know right now. But from the trailer itself, man, it looks great. It looks like it runs great. It looks like it's just an exciting, wonderful, beautiful world. And I'm really excited for that, especially because of the last, the last two Paper Marios weren't very great. The Sticker Star and the Color Splash or whatever it was. Those weren't super good. The last one I remember was okay was the Super Paper Mario. And so I'm really looking forward to having this be like a really good game. I grew up on that stuff. Like Thousand Year Door is one of my favorite games of all time. So I'm really looking forward to that for sure.
Well, here's a cool thing, is that I've noticed with the Switch, they're bringing a lot of properties in on the Switch and breathing new life into them, either based on how the Switch affects gameplay, or just like they're really going all out, trying really crazy cool ideas.
Yeah. I mean, I was playing Luigi's Mansion last week, and it's just the difference between playing Luigi's Mansion back on the old GameCube and playing it on this is like really, really different game. Like it's the same thing conceptually, but it's the way it plays, the way you travel around the hotel instead of the mansion. Mm-hmm. It's way different. There's a lot more abilities you get to use, a lot more like there's a lot more character in Luigi and the surrounding like
100% more Luigi as well.
Yeah, and it's also a 2-player game, so that's always fun, That's always a fun use of the Switch's 2 controllers.
Oh yeah. Mario Party was also another great game.
Yeah, definitely.
Pokemon Let's Go did a lot of cool like Pokemon Go type stuff, but with the Switch.
Yeah, that was fun.
And I think it translated fine, and they refined it further with Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
And aside from the fact that I don't understand why more, if not all, of the Pokemon can't be in it, it's a rad game.
I feel like it's going to be some future update, but it's gonna be like way in the future.
Yeah.
One thing I did want to talk about that I was playing on the Switch, and that's Cuphead. That game's awesome. It's hard. It's very hard. There was DLC rumored to be out this year, and that's what they've been saying every year since like 2017. 2017.
When it first released.
Yeah, they're like DLC's coming very soon.
Well, I mean, Cuphead started making the rounds in like what, 2013, 2014?
Yeah, somewhere around there. But even then, it's like, man, I don't even know if this thing's ever coming out. I really hope so. I like the game. I'd like to play more of it, but it's been one of those things that we'll just have to see. But you know, more on Paper Mario as soon as we get more information. It's coming out July 17th. So if I don't get to you by then,
he'll get to you after then.
Yeah, much after, because I'll be playing it a lot.
He'll be here on the podcast the week after it drops, and we'll be talking about stuff, and he'll be like, That's
awesome. Did you see what Mario just did? Oh my god.
And, you know, it's still going to be a pandemic, so we're not going to be in the same room still, and we're going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
No, I'll be like, yeah, you saw. You saw.
You saw. Of course you saw.
You ready for us, Freddy?
Oh yeah, I got everything down.
Let's do it.
Alrighty. So we've all seen the extended gameplay footage of Ghost of Tsushima that Sony have recently done with their State of Play.
Yes, it was awesome.
About 18 minutes of pure goodness.
I loved it.
18 minutes of pure, it sure is a game.
Yeah. For some people, it would sure be a game. That is a fact. However, it gave me some ideas. I was looking further into its inspirations, and I wanted to know more about it. As people who have seen samurai films, what do you guys normally know about them?
It's got a lot of really good narration behind it. It's got a lot of good story elements, and there's definitely like a good versus evil thing going on. There's definitely that like overwhelming odds that the samurai has to deal with. And it definitely shoots, or it definitely shows in this game where it's like definitely an overwhelming odd for this, the main character.
Yeah, if the odds aren't the Undertaker's streak, WrestleMania 30, 21-1, it's not a true blue samurai flick.
Yeah.
Like the odds have to be, just like ridiculous. For example, Seven Samurai is like the 7 best samurai against like makeshift army.
Yeah, but they fought him hungry. That's why they did so well. Never forget. Fight hungry, guys. Never forget eat spaghetti. Or don't eat spaghetti. Fight hungry.
Make sure you get to dinner.
Yeah.
Oh. But we were discussing about like similarities that it had to other games, such as Assassin's Creed, Neo, Sekiro, or even The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah.
Besides its pull from the samurai films of the 1950s. So I wanted to do a bit of a deep dive on what pieces or mechanics or what aspects of the game itself that we saw pulled from these different franchises that we've come to know or have played.
Yeah.
For example, for Assassin's Creed, 2007, when it first released, Xbox 360, PS3, it felt pretty rad. You had this huge open world environment. You were just one person stealthily killing many, and without even being caught. And if you were, then you had a combat system to go along with it. But the main thing was just a big open world area, just a sandbox for you to play in.
Yeah.
Well, it was no assassin. Well, no, it was no Prince of Persia.
Yeah, that's for sure. But yeah, definitely, it had a lot of like real, like places in the world too. It was like it was mapped out. You could see all the actual churches and all the actual,
Yeah, you had the landmarks
buildings
there from different cities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I liked about the series is that it brought in real locations and real people and tied it into this cohesively fiction-based narrative. which was different than we've ever seen before up until then.
Yeah, I mean, it's too bad that they ruined it, but yeah,
Yeah.
it was a really cool thing that when it came out, for
For
sure.
its time.
Yeah, definitely for its time.
And for those who weren't aware, such landmarks like the Cathedral of Notre Dame, which recently collapsed due to a burning while it was being worked on.
But it's forever
Yeah.
immortalized there.
Yeah, so they're using the 3D render model from the Assassin's Creed game to rebuild the structure itself and to restore it.
That's very good to hear.
Yeah, I mean, you could say anything about Assassin's Creed itself and the team behind it, but that's actually kind of cool.